Welcome back to JMC Live. I am your host, Jeremy Caverley. We do this, as I said, every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. We here at JMC, we like to share the good news. And by sharing the good news, you find out what truth is. And that this truth will set you free. We were talking about an Eternal Flame news post that we made about China. As we all know, and I do apologize for the ads on here. You should be able to click off some of these, except for the ones that happen with the 30 seconds. This should only happen a couple of times. But while I was in my speech class, I had the opportunity to actually talk about Open Doors USA. Here in the United States, there's a position known as the Ambassador for International Religious Freedom. Now, I know we all talk about end times and there being an international world order and all this stuff, but this is something that's actually good for the Christian and for the secular world as well, and for other beliefs. This position is currently not filled in the United States. The position of International Religious Freedom, an ambassador, if it was fulfilled, they would go around countries such as China and express to the leaders and to these missionaries in these other countries as to why they should be allowed to express this freedom, and that the UN and other organizations such as Voice of Martyrs, etc., should be allowed to express freedom of religion within China and other countries. But here's the thing. If you go to opendoorsUSA.org, you can sign the petition on their website, and I've already signed it. I already petitioned my class to sign it, and I'll be making a video shortly to explain more about the video. Well, not the video, but the presentation that I did in my speech class about it. But what needs to happen is more hands need to sign this petition, and President Obama needs to sign and to set a person for the International Religious Freedom Ambassador for the United States. What I'll end up doing, what I might be able to do here is, if I can find it for you guys, I'll let you know. But this is something that so many times Christians, world leaders fail to recognize, that religion and freedom of religion is something that has been thought about. It is something that here in the States, as we all know, I honestly, personally, do I believe that can Obama actually fulfill this position? I really believe he will. I'll actually read to you, and for those of you that are in the chat, you get a nice little treat. You can go with me to Open Doors USA and actually read. It's a petition to the President to appoint an ambassador for international religious freedom. It states as follows: Mr. President, we, the undersigned, ask you to appoint a qualified ambassador at large for international religious freedom. This position has remained empty for over a year since your inauguration as President of the United States. Section 101B of the International Religious Freedom Act of 1998 stipulates that the President appoint an ambassador at large for international religious freedom by and with the advice and consent of the Senate. There are many serious religious tensions throughout the world, often resulting in persecution of people of many faith groups. It is imperative the United States have an ambassador at large to advance the right to freedom for religion abroad, to denounce the violation of that right, and to recommend appropriate responses by the U.S. government when the right is violated. We ask that you appoint an individual with a proven history of commitment to the promotion of international religious freedom. We ask that you make this important appointment as soon as possible. Thank you, the undersigned. Even Hillary Clinton has written a letter as They sent this on January 22nd, 2010 to Hillary Clinton, which pretty much says a very similar thing. I'm going to paraphrase some of this so you guys can hear it. It says, religious freedom has been central to the formation and development of the United States. Many of the earliest settlers in America chose to come to this land so that they could have the freedom to choose their beliefs and to worship as they saw fit. Our founding fathers understood the primacy of religious freedom to all other freedoms and enshrined it in the First Amendment of our Constitution. However, this freedom is not solely for Americans, and IRFA recognized the international standard of religious freedom in Article 18 of the United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights, when establishing the promotion and the protection of this right as a priority in our foreign policy. You know, Hillary Clinton is stated on saying October 26, 2009, religious freedom provides a cornerstone for every healthy society. It empowers faith-based service. It fosters tolerance and respect among different communities. It allows nations that uphold it to become more stable, secure, and prosperous. Now, I personally want to say that someone needs to step up and honestly move forward in what today's society thinks is opposite. Although, you know, some people will also say the one world religion thing. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that, and then I'm going to transition in the next clip to talk even more. But briefly, as Christians, Jesus said, you know, as His Great Commission, I commission you, you know, to go out and spread the gospel to all nations so that all tongues and all continents and all countries and all cultures may hear and have heard and had a chance to be saved. Now, it also says in the Word of God that when you to turn the other cheek. In other words, to forgive people, and forgive people 70 times 70. Now, for Christians as a whole, what we need to honestly do, we need to promote forgiveness. Now, there's a fine line between tolerating things against the Word of God and actually being peaceful with people that don't agree with you. As a missionary and an evangelist, I've been told to, one, learn the culture of the people, the indigenous things that people do, the kinds of food they eat, the kinds of clothes they wear, learn their language, and teach them about the Word of God. But to teach them the Word of God, you must learn how to incorporate God into their music, their culture, their clothes, and their food. And to do that, you actually have to study people and understand them and move beyond, just regular mindsets. To share the good news means to move out of yourself and get out of your comfort zone and allow God to transform you into something that you weren't on your own. I mean, we needed Jesus Christ to change us and transform us to someone else. We will return.